is Shannon Essemacher, and I'm going to demonstrate today for you proper hand washing skills with the flu and season around us. One thing we really want to do is we want to cut down the spread of infection. With the spread of infection, one of the ways to do that is with hand washing. When you do it properly, you're going to not give bacteria from one person to the other, because that is where most Americans spread it. Cough on your hand, touch somebody else's hand. By doing that, you're spreading infection. Another thing I'm going to demonstrate for you guys is where to listen for lung sounds. That's another way that you would demonstrate between bacterial infections and maybe pneumonia. So we're going to start today by showing hand washing. So here I am at the sink. With the first step with proper hand washing is that we're going to start by turning on the sink. We want to make sure that the hand washing is at a temperature that is okay for you so you don't burn your hands. So we're going to rinse our hands, put some soap on our hands, and we're going to rub downwards. Okay, one of the ways to eliminate the spread of bacteria is making sure your friction. You want to make sure that you're constantly rubbing and cleaning your hands for at least 20 to 30 seconds. Now, one thing with women is that we like to wear jewelry, especially when we're married. So you want to make sure that you clean effectively around your ring. Make sure you're cleaning in between each finger, palm of your hands, your wrist. After we get that done, we're going to rinse our hands. Now here's where a lot of people stop and they shut the water off. You do not want to touch the water because you touched it with your dirty hand. So when you touch it with your dirty hands, now it's already dirty. So you want to take a paper towel and you want to dry your hands. Then you take another clean paper towel, dry paper towel, and you shut the water off. And that is how you effectively, properly wash your hands to help cut down on the cold season. So now after we have our hands washed, we're going to listen to lung sounds. Now, with my volunteer, my husband, I'm going to show you where you should listen to lung sounds. You need a stethoscope. Put it in your ears. Make sure it's not in your ears until you're ready to listen to the patient. Deep breath. And let it out. 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 Now with normal lung sounds that you're going to hear, which are clear sounds, you're going to hear like in and out. You're going to hear that with your stethoscope. Now with lung sounds are clear like that, that means that you don't have any infection or anything with that. With wheezing, you're going to most likely hear the wheeze from even before you get your stethoscope on. This is how you're going to listen to the front of the body. So then after that, you're going to have your patient turn around, or more likely, you're going to listen to their back, but for video purposes. Take a deep breath and out. Take a deep breath and out. Take a deep breath and out. And take a deep breath and out. Now, with the back of the lungs at the base, here's the apex of the lungs and the base of the lungs. Right down here is where you're going to hear a lot of like wheezing. Crackles are mostly in the top of your lungs. Now, between bronchitis and pneumonia is bronchitis is an infection in that. With pneumonia, you're going to hear it at your base of your lungs. That's where you want to look for infections. Now, if your lung sounds are clear and you're still coughing and coughing and coughing, most likely you have bronchitis, which is an infection that can be treated with antibiotics. Now, with pneumonia, you're going to hear it in your lungs. You're going to hear like wet, crackly sounds. You're not going to hear, that's a normal sound. And that's most likely what it sounds when you put the stethoscope to each area. Now, I hope that was a help for you. And that's just a tip course on the flu season and things to help prevent it. Now, number one, hand washing. That's a huge, huge thing to do to change and help not spread infection, because when we wash our hands, you touch somebody, you're not giving them that infection. And then the second thing is just a little crash course on where to kind of listen to see if you think that you have pneumonia or if you don't. So thank you again.